Happy Monday, everybody. Some thoughts and tips from Tony. I just want to share a few things with you that are on my mind. And first of all, I want to thank those of you that have checked in already. Appreciate that. I've updated your profile. And those of you that haven't checked in yet, I would love to hear from you how you're doing, what the scale says this week. Although we don't rely on that heavily, it's still a good monitoring tool so we can see what's going on. So I want to talk a little bit about mindfulness and being intentional. I have a client who last year she went from 217 down to 147, and then about 3 or 4 months later she had still maintained her weight under 150, and she went on vacation, and when she got back she said that was pretty tough. And I said, well, what was hard about it? And she said, well, my family was eating pizza and burgers and stuff, and I was having salads, and she didn't gain weight. 10 days on vacation, she didn't gain any weight. And I applauded her and celebrated her, first of all, for that victory. But I also talked to her about the fact that she used to be 217. At that time, she could eat anything she wanted because she was at 217, and that's kind of where that landed her. And I said, now that you're 147 and you want to maintain that, it really does require some mindfulness and intentionality. And you can't eat whatever you wanted like you used to because you'll go back to 217. And that was just kind of an aha moment, just realizing that if you want to maintain your weight loss, it's going to require a completely different life. Now, we know that 85% of Americans gain back all their weight once they lose it, and we don't want to be a participant in that. And that's why we have the habits of health, and that's why we have the ongoing support and check-ins and things and accountability, because we want to help you with long-term weight maintenance and management. So understanding that it's going to take a different life going forward than the one that you had that led you to starting program. That doesn't mean you can never have any of those things again. It just means fewer and farther between, as well as portion control, the old moderation thing. So just be thinking about those thoughts. And then also we've got with the habits of health, and kind of keying in on some of last week's thoughts, showing you the how much Brenda had highlighted and made notes and post-it notes and stickies and everything sticking out of her book. I just want to ask you, what have you learned this week, this last week, in your habits of health? What did you underline, or what did you highlight? What aha moment did you have? Did you make any notes in the margin? Are you taking this seriously like a long-term lifestyle change, or are you treating it like a diet? Dieters gain their weight back. And even when we're intentional, we sometimes gain our weight back. Brenda and I have used this tool many times in the last 7.5 years for a little tune-up, because we've allowed 5 or 10 pounds to creep back on, so we go back to it. And I want to encourage you right now to think about, if you gain back 5 pounds or 10 pounds or wherever you draw the line, once you finish program, are you willing to go back on program for a week? Because let me just tell you right now, it's a lot easier to lose 5 pounds than it is to lose 10 or 20 or 30. So drawing the line at 5 rather than being part of the 85% who gains back all their weight, you'll be so thankful if you just have that staunch, dig your heels in and say, if I gain back 5 pounds, I'm going back on program, or whatever that number is for you. And for those of you that are still just pressing on, think about what's right around the corner. We're almost to summer, shorts, bathing suits, etc. And it's so much more comfortable when we're down than when we're up on the scale and in our weight. And this is a great time. What are we in? End of March now? This is a great time to really pour it on for the next few weeks, few months, and get to a healthier place, and to a place that you're going to feel more comfortable in bathing suits and shorts. I know for me that was my big motivation for getting on program, but then I fell in love and became passionate with health because of the habits of health and learning all the things that I learned from that. So let's see, I think that's everything I wanted to mention. I hope this is helpful. If you haven't checked in yet, please reach out. Let me update your file, see where you're at, and then also let me know if you'd like to have a chat this week. Coaching is better than no coaching. So let's have a talk if you like, and be looking forward to it. Meanwhile, press on, be good to yourself, and be good to your future self by doing the right things today. God bless. Bye-bye.